it's a weekday, so like a weekday traffic. I was just out getting a few bits and pieces, and I got a couple of mates out and about today, so hopefully I'll manage to catch up with them for a coffee or a tea or whatever. And with a bit of luck, it'll brighten up by the time I've turned around and started to go home again. Well, can you see the steering damper down there? That's working a treat, that is. And it's not an adjustable one. It's just got one setting. I thought I'd go cheap, try it out, because it might not have worked. So it's a non-adjustable. I would say it's got a sort of a relatively light damping action on it, but it has stopped the weave so far. I mean, I'll keep an eye on that, and if I feel the need to upgrade, I will do. I did have somebody on one of the pages on social media, I think it might have been Facebook, and they were talking about fitting a steering damper to a standard Bonneville. Now, I'm not sure about a standard Bonneville. I haven't pushed one hard, but I can't believe that you would need a steering damper. You don't need a steering damper on a standard street scrambler. That's a fact. Perfectly reasonable handling bike. This was when it was standard. It's because I've messed with suspension and wheel sizes. You know, I've changed an awful lot on this bike, so I kind of induced the weave somehow, somewhere along the line. So if you've got a standard bike, I wouldn't bother with it. And if you have got a weave or a wobble, the likelihood is you've got wrong tyre pressures, or your headstock's loose, or a duff bearing, or if you've got something like that going on, wheel out of balance. All things that I checked before I took the steering damper route. So yeah, don't go to the hassle of buying and fitting a steering damper until you've checked all your bearings are intact. That's wheel bearings, headstock bearings, all that kind of thing. Everything's tight, handlebars, spindle, anything that's related to the steering. Your tyre pressures are good, and that doesn't necessarily mean factory recommended tyre pressures. I mean, that's kind of a general compromise on the whole. So use it as a starting point. We all ride differently, and we all weigh different weights, and all this sort of stuff goes on. Most bikes, it's just fine if you stick to the factory specs. But I have messed. You know, you drop it a pound, you raise it a couple of pounds, whatever. I sort of plus or minus £5 sometimes can make all the difference. Usually in the front wheel, the back's not so bad. It'll just wallow around if you've got the back wrong. On this kind of bike, on a sports bike, you want it bang on accurate, especially if you're pushing it. Right, this road is terrible for little patches and little manhole covers. You can't call them that anymore, can you? They're person hole covers or something. You know, like electrical covers and water mains covers and telephone and all the rest of it. They're just a lot of them, and they're all over the road. Well, okay, now we're in the middle of town. This road isn't great, but you're never hitting speeds that are going to throw you off. Right, you probably guess where I'm going now. Dragon Soul's just up here. I'm going to have a hot beverage and a chat there. A few more here than I thought there would be.